Hello everyone, how are you today? You are welcome to ICT class. And as you can see on the board, friends, our topic is hardware component of the computer. And I believe you know what hardware is, but we're going to look at this topic in a different dimension today. So sit back, let's enjoy the lesson. So what do we have for today? We have our 7 learning objectives. But it's very simple, friends. So let's look at it together. So, as you can see, 1, we will define hardware. 2, state examples of hardware. 3, mention types of computer monitor. 4, state types of computer keyboard. 5, list types of computer mouse. 6, mention types of computer case. And 7, state types of computer cable. So let's start with the first one, computer hardware. Now friends, we need to know what computer hardware is before we proceed. So what do we mean by computer hardware? We can say computer hardware, these are physical parts of computer that we can see and touch. So any part of the computer, just like the one I will show you in the picture that you can see, touch, they are all called the computer hardware. So let's have a look at the computer hardware. As you can see on the board, these are computer hardware: the monitor, the system unit, speakers, keyboard, and the mouse. They are all called computer hardware because we can touch them, we can see them, and we can carry them. Now friends, we have 4 major examples of computer hardware. Though we have more than this, but for our lesson for today, we will explain this extensively, and that's why we pick these 4, because it's good for you to know them. So let's look at the examples together. 4 examples of computer hardware are mouse, keyboard, computer case, which we also call system unit, and the monitor. So we will take them one after the other. So starting with computer monitor. So under this, we will look at types of computer monitor too. So the first thing I would like us to look at here is monitor. What is monitor? Monitor is a device that displays our work on the screen in form of text, pictures, graphics, and video. So that screen that look like our television at home, that shows text, pictures, graphics, and video, is called the monitor. And we have 3 major types: the CRT monitor, LCD monitor, and third one, LED monitor. So what does the CRT stands for? It stands for cathode ray tube, and LCD, liquid crystal display, and LED, light emitting display or diode. Alright, let's look at the picture. These are the 3 types of computer monitor. The one that look like a box that we place on top of the table is called CRT monitor. Though it's not common again today, but in some cyber cafe or at home or in offices, you can still find them. Then the one that is common today is LCD and LED. Now if you look at LCD and LED, they look alike, but they are not the same. So we can identify one to the other with their color. The color of LED is more sharper than the color of LCD because it uses many lights. So that's the way we can identify them, and that's what you are seeing in the picture: LCD and LED. So let's look at another thing under the scope this afternoon. So we look at types of computer keyboard. So friends, what is keyboard? Keyboard is a device we use for typing our work by pressing and depressing the keys. That is, when you press letter A on the keyboard, it shows on the monitor. Is that not so? So that is a keyboard. We use it for typing. So we have two major types, the wire keyboard and two wireless keyboard. So what is wire keyboard? A keyboard with wire is very simple. While wireless is a keyboard without wire. So this picture can tell us what they look like. Look at the first one at the top. It is called wire keyboard because it has wire. While the down one is called the wireless. As you can see, there's no wire attached to it. So friends, let's go further. Now, let's look at types of computer mouse. A mouse is a device we use to draw objects on the screen. We can use it to draw lines, shapes, and pictures too. So now, let's look at the types. We have two major types, the wire mouse and the wireless mouse. So just like the keyboard, a wire mouse is a mouse with wire. While wireless mouse is a mouse without wire. So let's look at the picture. If you look at the left side of the picture on the board, that is wire mouse because it has wire. While the second side, which is the right hand side, is the wireless mouse. Is a mouse without wire. So the next thing we are going to look at is the types of computer case. Computer case, as you can see, is a box that houses all the components inside the system unit. A computer case, I repeat, is a box that houses all the components inside the system unit. Now we have two types. We have the tower case, the one that stands like a skyscraper, and we have two desktop case, the one that is placed on a desk. So let's look at the picture, friends. We have the left side tower case and the right side desktop case. Now, one key thing here is that the desktop case, if you position it like the tower case, when you open the DVD or CD drive, the CD inside it will fall. So that is why they design it in a different way, and it's because of the space you can put them. So if you don't have space, you can go for tower case. But if you have enough space, maybe you want to place it on the desk. If you have a room that can contain that, you can go for desktop case. They work the same way. So that is why we have two, tower case and desktop case. Now friends, let's look at the types of computer cable, because without cable we cannot connect it to the power source and we cannot transfer our data from one device to another. So what is computer cable? We can say these are wires used to connect computer devices to the system unit or to the power supply. I take that again. Computer cable are wires used to connect computer devices to the system unit or to the power supply. Now, we have four major types here. We have the power cable, which we use to connect to the power or the main source, power source. Then we have two, data cable, which we use for sharing resources. Like if you connect your phone to the computer to copy the pictures on your phone to the computer, that's what we use data cable for. Then we have VGA cable for monitor. We use it to connect monitor or a projector. Then the last one, printer cable, which we use to connect printer to the system unit. Now let's look at the picture of the common computer cable. Now these are the common one. You will identify some, while some it may be a little hard for you to identify, but they are all computer cables. All right, now there are other computer hardware that we cannot discuss today because of our time. So we have the printer, we have the scanner, and we have the projector. So I believe you enjoyed the lesson, and I believe as from now on, when you see all these computer hardware that we mentioned today, you'll be able to identify them, and you'll be able to tell us the types. So thank you for listening.